5 red lights here for Season 8. As lights out and away we go here at Prime. Elias Mohammed gets a pretty decent start. Matt Guest is going to look to rival him down into turn 1. Matt Guest, can he be later on the brakes? Elias Mohammed covers the inside. Lebobo maybe having a sniff. Marcel Hole up the inside of Lebobo. Then it's Shifu, then Rico, as Marcel Hole actually getting shuffled out by Lebobo. Max Links dropping down the field already into the gravel, doing a Mazza spin. It's Fletch and Alex Day and Jeff almost make it 3 wide there. Fletch getting caught on the outside. Bit of wheel dragging on Alex Day. Just make sure you don't damage the front wing, Fletch. It's only the first lap. You've got 28 more to go. But other than that, the order settling down. Marcel Ho going for P3 round the outside of Lebobo. Great call by Mika there. He's going to try and hang it round the outside of the Sauber. Will the Sauber shut the door on his nose? Marcel Ho has the wisdom to just back out of that one and wait for the next lap and the next opportunity. Matt Guest may be burning a little bit of extra battery. Matt Guest is actually going for the move on Elias Mohammed down into turn 1. Elias Mohammed is going to send it right back. He fakes the move up the inside of Matt Guest. Matt Guest has a rear locking of his tyres, but he manages to hold on to position for now. Now Elias Mohammed is going to look to get the switch back on Matt Guest. He goes to the inside with the superior momentum and the superior speed, and Matt Guest has to settle back down into P2. It wasn't a bad move at all, but Elias Mohammed outsmarted him this time. But one stop actually isn't off the cards if you can look after your tyres well enough. As there goes Marcel Hole looking to the inside of Lebobo. He's going for a little bit of a sneak attack here, trying to not wanting to play any DRS games. And actually, I wonder if he timed that with a DRS detection point. No, Lebobo got the DRS. They both got the DRS actually. So this is properly for position. No DRS games here. Marcel Hole trying to hold on to position. Lebobo switches to the outside, looking for any way around the Red Bull, trying not to make contact, and he's just going to back out that one slowly whilst not losing any time. And the top 4 starting to pull away from line to Strid a bit as side by side, EJ Mack and Alex Day. EJ Mack is having a go back at the Aston Martin. The Aston Martin not very happy with that, low on battery, but it's going to have to settle down into P11 now.
He's going to be having better tires as well in a couple of laps time.
Yep, and down the inside goes Mr. Brody on Seb. Whoa! Another big slide for an Aston Martin. This time it was Brody. And now Marcel Ho is looming all over his rear wing. Sister team versus main team. Marcel Ho, which direction will Matt Guest go? He goes to the inside, Marcel Ho does. Up the inside of the Visa Cash App Racing Ball. And we got a safety car actually. Safety car has been deployed. Max Links has got a penalty. And Fletch is out of the race. So 10 laps in, Elias Mohammed has got the net race lead here, followed by Marcel Holt, then Matt Guest, then Lebobo, Linus Strid as well, then Sabine Crow, Rico, EJ Mack and Kevin Yerling round out the top 10. Our first safety car restart of Prime Motorsport in Season 8 will take place in just a moment. Just Ale getting a bit too excited. You can see positions changing up and down the field. Shifu leaving this one really late, and off he goes. Marcel Hull has got the perfect jump on Elias Mohammed and has overtaken the Ferrari and is now making a sprint and a dash for the race lead. Elias Mohammed will have to look to the outside. It's going to be 3 wide down into turn 1. Elias Mohammed trying it round the outside. They're going to sandwich each other. They need to be careful they don't cause a collision, and they manage to get through somehow. Shifu down to P3 on the old hards. Through goes Elias Mohammed. Through goes Marcel Hull. Matt Guest now trying it round the outside of Lebobo, who's going to brake really late and try and keep the Visa Cash App behind. Matt Guest actually goes too deep on the terrain, on the elevation, and loses that position and is now wheel banging with Lebobo. Bit naughty racing there, and Lebobo quite rightfully squeezes him off to tell him no you don't, but down the inside goes Matt Guest again. Lebobo on the outside, Matt Guest getting wheels out, elbows out. Alex Day has gone off in the background, but Shifu and Matt Guest now going wheel to wheel again. Shifu on those old tyres is really struggling. Someone in the chat said he's trying to do a one stop. Well, he's going to have to really hope he can continue to hold on and doesn't lose many more positions, because that's now down to P4 before the end of the first lap after the safety car. Rico is coming to the pits. We do have to look though at Lebobo now going round the outside of Shifu. Shifu is tumbling like a stone here on those old hard, but he's actually giving Lebobo a good run for his money. I reckon a little bit of wheel banging, a little bit of contact there. And Lebobo, he's just not got the battery from fighting Matt Guest, I assume, but maybe he had to burn to defend some places. Either way, he's going to have to recharge before he can think about getting past Shifu again. Yep, Lebobo not waiting for the DRS zone and getting his move done. Shifu is going to tell him, no, you don't. Once again, they're actually 3 wide here. You can see it's Lebobo. It was EJ Mack. EJ Mack just got 2 for the price of 1. Can Linus Strid try and do something similar? There he is, faking Lebobo up the inside of Shifu, trying to avoid making contact with the Williams. The Williams and the Sauber wheel banging. Shifu on those old tyres. Through goes Linus Strid. Can he get past the Williams? Does he have the momentum? Can he get past the Sauber? Does he have the momentum? 3 wide again into turn 4. You've got to be careful with this one. It's wheel banging. It's end plate banging. The Williams is getting squeezed off the road. In the background, Shifu says, leave me some space. Lebobo's just not having any of it. And Shifu now loses even more positions. That one's surely going to go to the stewards as now his teammate looks to go round the outside of him. Will Shifu cooperate? Will he let his teammate on the newer tyres through? Yes, he does. But that was a bit messy there for P6.
Marcel actually has the hard tire.
And you know what? He's using a lot of battery here, actually, and he's going to completely undermine what I just said. Marcel Hole uses the DRS and the ERS and takes the lead off of Elias Mohammed, but Elias Mohammed is right on his gearbox now, and he's going to look to switch that back. He's used a bit of battery to defend, I imagine, and he's now going to deploy, and Marcel Hole goes incredibly defensive straight away, showing Elias Mohammed what his intentions are. Around the outside, can the Ferrari pull it off on the Red Bull? The Red Bull's got to make sure to leave some space. Elias Mohammed, they're going wheel to wheel now.
Wow.
After turn 4, through turn 5, Elias Mohammed pulls ahead, Marcel Hole backs out, and that was probably the smarter thing to do on these older hard tyres. And there goes Marcel Hole again for the lead, but there goes Elias Mohammed down the inside on Marcel Hole. Marcel Hole sees it coming. Will he go for the switchback on the Ferrari? He's going to go round the outside of 3, and now they make their way up to 4. Elias Mohammed and Marcel Hole giving us the fireworks, giving us the bangs that we were talking about, but Elias Mohammed gets back in front again for now, and Marcel Hole is going to have to try again next lap once again.
Yeah, Tsar's now gaining on him. I mean,
Here he goes again. Here he goes again. Past Elias Mohammed. Well, what will Elias Mohammed do this time? Marcel Hole clearly enjoying himself, giving a little wiggle to Elias Mohammed as he overtook him. And he closes back up now under the brakes. Not as close to the Red Bull this time. He might have to take a lap in dirty air here. But Mika's right. These hard tyres potentially are now better as we see someone come off the mediums for the first time. That's Brody down in P14. He's changing onto the hards. Here comes Elias Mohammed again, coming for seconds on Marcel Hole. And past the Red Bull he goes, back into the lead of the race. Marcel Hole probably just actually recharging his battery, letting it happen, and playing the strategic game here. Here goes Marcel Hole once again, up into 8th gear for the Red Bull.
Matt goes into pits and Seb as well.
Okay, so this is a crucial moment. P4 and P5 are going to look to get the undercut on the leaders and the surrounding cars. So Matt Guest, Seb Eincrow, EJ Mack, Liam Boot, all into the pits, and all those 4 will be taking a fresh pair of hard tyres, I believe. You can see we've also got Max Links on fresh tyres, Liam Boot as oh, there we go, Seb Eincrow on Matt Guest. Whoa, big contact there actually. I wonder if Matt Guest just turned a little bit too sharply on Seb Eincrow. Tried to get a big whoosh around the outside, but you could hear that from the trackside camera. That was a big crunch for the RB. Meanwhile, in the land of their own, Linus Strid and Lebobo swapping positions with the DRS. These 2 are on the same age tyres. Let's see. Is he heading towards the pit lane?
Well, Marcel Hole is also pitting.
They both are, so no tyre offset for these 2. Elias Mohammed has to box. Saar could have maybe, Marcel Hole could have maybe stayed out for a couple more laps. You can see the Ferrari pit crew weren't expecting it, coming out super late there. And its tyres changed for Marcel Hole. Elias Mohammed onto the soft compound tyre. That is an extremely bold strategy and potentially a race-winning one if he can get past Marcel Hole quickly and make use of that rubber tyre.
Yeah, no, I think this is the source of Marcel Hole to lose this race.
100%.
But anything can happen. I mean.
Oh, safety car deployed. As you say that, anything has happened. Safety car has been deployed. But Marcel Hole, Elias Mohammed, this throws a huge spanner in the works, and this hurts everybody with a time penalty. Safety car in the slap, and once again, Elias Mohammed has done it before the safety car has even restarted. Elias Mohammed has broken his front wing, and is that race over for the Ferrari? We don't have an angle of it there, but there was a huge gap missing in Elias Mohammed's front wing. Let's look at from the rear camera of the Aston Martin. You can see huge damage for the Ferrari. Surely he has to try and stay out and firm this. He can't box now. That would be race over, and they've gone. They've gone. So Elias Mohammed is hugely compromised. He's done it before the flag has even gone to green.
Oh, Marcel Hole is actually right on the back already of Bobo. He's already making the move on the straight, and I don't think this is going to be a very hard-fought battle for the lead here.
Easy move for Marcel Hole. Down the inside for sure. Linus Strid a second back. There goes the place. Lebobo actually is fighting it back. This isn't smart to do, but he concedes with the 12 seconds of penalties.
He's still over the back of Brody though. Is he going to make a move now in this hairpin? Seb is also trying the move. Ooh, almost touching. Elias on the inside of Brody. He's making the move. I think those old hard tires are pretty much dead.
Yeah, 100%. Mr. Brody is going to get swamped here. That track position play has not worked out at all. He was already shafted with track penalties from the safety car bunching up, the track limit penalties, of course. And we are on the penultimate lap here. Matt Guest having a look around the outside of Max Links, just kind of sticking his nose in, and he loses out to EJ Mack again. EJ Mack making it side by side with Matt Guest once again. Max Links also trying in front to go around the outside of the hard compound tyre. Aston Martin, they touch. Matt Guest makes it 3 wide. Max Links on the outside. Matt Guest on the inside. Brody has a sandwich in the middle. Now he drops back, and it's EJ Mack also there as well. 2 by 2, almost 3 by 3. A little bit more contact and wheel banging. EJ Mack trying to hold it round the outside, and now he's going to have to overtake.
Seb leg back.
Seb having frame drop issues, but he's going to try and overtake Elias Mohammed here. This is for 4th place. This is for the big points now. 12 points. Now go to Seb Einkro. So, of course, these aren't the final positions. The people with the 3 seconds are going to struggle to hold on to their positions on track. In any situation, Marcel Hull had it covered, and Marcel Hull across the line to take the first win in 2 years in Prime Motorsport. Marcel Hull wins the Bahrain Grand Prix. Linus Strink comes home in 2nd. There was a sprint race with Sabine Crow, who drops down to 4th. Elias Mohammed breaks his front wing in the last couple laps, but still manages to scrape home 3rd. He'll be disappointed because that could have been the win for him. Matt Guest P5. Shifu manages to collect P6 in the end with no penalties. And then Max Links, Kevin Yerling bounces up into the points. Then Lebobo with his 12 seconds of penalties. That's impressive that he still finished in the points. And then EJ Mack rounds out the top 10.